Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nightmare Road. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Deacon, here with a very mis-
Hello.
uh, mysterious. I don't know what to say. I was gonna mention counters. Um, very mysterious.
Just say I'm the coolest person you've ever met.
But that'd be a lie.
Just let it out. It's
I
not a
met Danny
lie.
DeVito
Just
once.
let it out. Just let it out.
Puta, mira cómo está hablando. Ash the Oracle, and we have a
And I
very
am here. I am here with my very bestest, best friend, not Decon. Hey,
hello, A.
Hello.
Is that really the best we could do? A.
yeah, it was because you ruined it.
Okay.
Somebody
Any-
last minute not able to show up made things happen in a hurry, okay?
okay. First of all, I was having technical issues, and no, hug the rectum pillow. I was having technical difficulties, and it's a spook. Um.
Larry.
All right. Um. So we have technical difficulties. So, but here I
What?
am. We're all here. We're safe. So, anyway, so today's episode, we're going to be talking about something that recently happened with the occult museum that was owned by Ed and Lorraine Warren, and now it's gone to a comedian named Matt Rife. Matt Rife. You know what's interesting is you kind of see like Matt Rife over the years, and he's more and more looking like the Annabelle doll from the movie. It's like, dude, ease up on a plastic surgery. Like, just keep.
Okay.
So anyway, that's just. That's it. And so it's just one of those things
Do you
where
want to get hit?
no, I don't want to. Who wants to get hit? No one does.
Okay.
This is not a place for violence. This is
I
a
was
place.
rude,
Matt
Ashlyn.
Rife is a very beautiful looking person, and you shouldn't hate
Well, I don't hate him. I'm just saying that if somebody handed him a picture of 5 years ago, he wouldn't be able to recognize himself.
him.
Plus, his teeth look like Ozzy Osbourne's right before he died. Anyway, so it's so
I'm going to
so
kill you.
so
What?
it's big news because a lot of people say shit like, well, what does he know? He doesn't know what he's getting involved with. He doesn't know about the paranormal, but he's been getting involved with the paranormal. He's been, you know,
Yeah, but that still leaves me on the fence, though.
why?
Just because you've done a few paranormal investigations doesn't mean you're qualified to own fucking Annabelle of all things.
That's
And
true.
but it's Annabelle the Raggedy Ann doll. Here's a quick thing. So okay, so
You're gonna
you
die.
know, so Annabelle has this history, right, of harming people. Um, I'm,
She just
I'm
killed somebody.
well, okay. So
Oh, sorry, YouTube. She just unalived somebody.
she murdered him. So okay, so the very first murder, according to Ed Warren, was that guy, right, that was talking shit on Annabelle, saying like, you know, hey Annabelle with your stupid yarn pubes, whatever he said to her. I don't know what he said. And then Ed was like, then he hopped on his motorcycle and then he crashed. But to me, when I hear that story, is if you're gonna yell at a doll, he was probably drunk, and then he hopped on his motorcycle drunk, and then crashed his bike. So I don't think that that's valid for me. But I think that, and we've had this discussion earlier, actually, how I believe that Annabelle is actually not demon possessed at all. I think that Annabelle could be a tulpa.
Yeah,
How
but we were talking about this earlier, and I stand my ground with this. I will debate with you all night about this, actually. Okay, so with a topa, okay, the
Mhm.
more you feed into it, the more powerful it becomes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a lie. Hey, Flower, you really need to stop moving where the computer is. Okay, so Annabelle has been on this country-wide tour. She's been getting a lot of attention, more attention, I would say, than she got even with when the films were made. She's getting a lot of attention right now. So the more attention you give to a Topa, the more powerful it becomes. So she is getting countrywide, if not worldwide, attention right now. She just killed Dan Rivera, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but when you look at Dan Rivera, it looks like he had like a lot of cocaine in his system. So was it really Annabelle that his heart just
Yeah, but was he doing cocaine because Annabelle was tormenting him?
Can you imagine?
I mean, I would.
He's over there
Yeah,
talking to him.
hey,
Just
am I
snort the
wrong? If
line.
Annabelle was tormenting you, would you not turn to fucking drugs? I mean,
Well,
shit.
was she even tormenting him? Was she's like, you know what movie's
How
really
would you
cool?
not know if she
Scarface.
was, though?
Watch Scarface for the 11th time. This could be you.
Okay, this is Annabelle we are talking about, though. Like,
How-
she mentally fucks with people on purpose.
Um,
Like, she does it just for fun. She is, like, spiritually contacting Eileen Warnos, or if that's how you pronounce her last name, I don't even know. But she's spiritually contacting all these female serial killers and, like, gathering up an army. I'm sorry, I've been following this psychic,
oh,
and it's just a whole deal
I was,
right now.
that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, I need Warnos, the blowjob killer. Anyway,
I'm not kidding.
so yeah, how many people do you think show up to the museum and they're like, I can't wait to see Annabelle, and they're like, what the hell is this? Because they're expecting the porcelain doll from the movie, and then they see
It's
like, then they see then they see Carrot Top like sitting in that case, and they're like, what is this? What?
okay. If people think Annabelle looks like the doll from the movie, then you honestly shouldn't be allowed to go see her.
A lot of
Just
people had that reaction. So okay, I'm gonna get a little bit off topic here, but I'm gonna talk to A for a second. A, hello.
uh-oh. Are you,
Hi.
So
we
so
debate a lot. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
We
So
have a love-hate relationship.
so you grew up or were around the region of Appalachia,
Yeah.
correct? So um, at the town of Appalachia. Um,
Sounds creepy, doesn't it?
it's a what?
Sounds creepy, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing is with those mountains and the forest and all that kind of shit, what's interesting is that people don't understand how big that that actual line of mountains actually is. For those of you that don't know, they go from what would you say, Alabama clear the fuck up to Canada, like that whole mountain range.
As
Don't
far as
they go into Canada?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it's one of the largest mountain ranges in the world. So what's interesting is that it doesn't matter whether it's in the United States or whether it's the end over to Canada. There's always these I think it's Newfoundland where actually it ends in Canada. And there's stories from the people from Newfoundland saying that those places is where the dead that cannot go to heaven nor hell, they just basically go into that forest and get lost. So it's just one of those things where I'm just thinking like, what the fuck is going on in that area where it's so disturbing because it's literally, well, I mean it is. It's just one of those things where
Her
it's,
mind is pretty disturbing. So, I mean, it
well
makes
no,
it
well I mean
oh,
sense.
it feels what?
feels like home.
Well, I mean what that's what I was gonna get at is a lot of the people that grew up around that region, it's almost as if they develop like a type of spiritual tolerance to those kind of areas. You know, they just because there's certain things that you don't do around that region, right? They say you don't go walking into the forest after sunset. You don't whistle at night. somebody calls you into the forest, you don't walk over there. It's just things like that. And then
Yeah, but
but
she would let me do those things.
no, but here's the thing. So people that visit those areas, they all claim, and I'm saying all of them because all the stories that I heard, even people that visited from places like Mexico, people that went there, they heard their name being called. So there's an investigator. There's a show in Mexico. It's called Paranormal, and these people, one of the main hosts, his name is Javier and Josefina, and they're both like these big, yeah, they're like these big investigators, right? And he says that he went to that area because he was a huge. They were both a huge fan of the Blair Witch Project, so they wanted to go and just kind of like check it out and all that kind of shit. So he says that he's walking by the forest, and he says that he can hear his grandmother, and his grandmother was saying, "Javier, ya vente, es hora. Javier, ya ven, aquí estoy, Javier." And she's calling him. She's saying, "Javier, it's time. Javier, it's time." Basically, telling him that it's time to come home. And
Thank you.
and then he said that for a brief second, he was kind of like, I gotta go check. Like, why is this? And then one of the guys that was there, one of the guys is like, yeah, don't do that. He says, you'd be surprised how people that are not from this area they actually hear this and actually walk into the forest. A lot of them either come back insane or they just don't come back at all.
Gross.
Well, it's just the region. So what A said, it sounds like we're having a conversation for HR. A told B don't, So anyway, so A, so A said that she grew up around that area, and it's true. Like they develop a type of tolerance where those kind of things either don't work or they're just like, you know what I mean? Like they already know what's going on. So whatever the
Hey,
hell's out there, you can't
but
trip a
she has actually told me if I ever go back with her to where she lives, I'm not allowed to like go outside by myself after sunset.
Well, that's probably because you'd walk around whistling like your Steamboat Willie into the
I
forest.
just want it another experience.
There she goes into
Oh,
the damn forest.
yeah, I'll go.
So and it's just one of those things. And okay, sorry, I just watched your guys' episode not too long ago, and you
Sorry,
talked about there was a
Abby.
tomb that one of them had five
Oh yeah.
fingers and then it had six fingers in the other hand.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
did you ever find the origin of that? Like what's going on? Like why that is?
A friend of mine looked up the people on the Ancestry app that she had, but there wasn't a lot of information about them other than it ended up there was a married couple, and that's about as far back as it went for them. So I don't actually know. I will send a picture. I think Ashlyn has a picture of it. We'll get it to you.
I think I do
I have a
in our
theory.
text somewhere. I'm not
So
looking right now.
They
okay,
live side by side, and one has just a normal hand, and the other one has a hand with an extra finger.
oh, which hand was it?
Left,
Was
wasn't
it
it?
the
Mm,
left?
I believe.
Was it right?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, okay. The okay, so
Isn't
in
there a theory behind that?
well, in Romanian lore, which
Yeah.
could be very possible,
You bite me one more time, I'm getting
those
rid of
regions
you.
actually were places where people from Europe migrated because it was far enough from cities and those kind of regions. So they believe in Romanian folklore that if you've been a witch long enough, you actually grow an extra finger, which is why whenever you see pictures of witches, their sleeves always cover their hands. You've seen that, right? In cartoons, and that's to hide the extra digit. So, yeah,
So
it's
What?
really knew a whole lot about that whole situation at all.
No.
How
Wait.
I was
Pause.
like
What?
I was
oh,
able to prove
No. Pause. Rewind. Back up to what Decon was saying. What? Since when do witches get us? Hmm.
an extra digit.
Yes. Want
Okay,
an extra digit? Are you freaking kidding
that
me?
know about, but I don't know. Something always kind of told me that that could have been a part of it. I don't know.
Yeah, so they yeah, so they believe that if you've been practicing dark magic long enough, you grow an you grow an extra digit. So that's why, like, for example, when you look at things like Disney movies and they have like an old witch, they always have like the sleeves that always cover their hands because they don't want, to give away you don't want them to know that you're a witch.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. That's so when you said that, it was really interesting. I'm like, okay, I think that there's what's interesting is that people from that region probably don't know that lore or did not know that lore. People that are from Romania, like, oh yeah, they'll definitely know.
Okay, but you both know what I practice in my free time. Am I gonna
Yeah.
like be growing an extra fucking finger?
No, you'll be growing like an extra toe
Well, that I can cover with socks. I don't really give a
or extra lashes. Just don't leave them on the
fuck.
counter.
You're such a fucking asshole. I hate you.
What?
Nothing.
All right. Hey, what were you saying
I don't even remember.
before we got, threatened with physical violence?
I
So,
Not threatening anybody.
so anyway, so back to the topic, guys. All right. So you have a comedian, right? You have a comedian, and he's taken over the war. That's that whole thing is just so weird to me because originally
It
it
is
belonged.
weird.
It was given to the Warrens had that museum, and then they gave it to their son-in-law, right? Tony
I
Spira, I
was
believe
just
was his
gonna
name.
say the son-in-law owned it, so I'm actually with all the shit that I've watched with Tony Spira. He came up with that show. What was it? 28 Days Haunted? Was that what it
I,
was called?
I don't know. All I know is that he was
I
beefing
think
with
that's
Zach
what it
Baggins.
was called. But there's some haunted show that he came up with. What he does is he takes different paranormal investigators, he throws them into one of the haunted places, one of the most haunted places in America, and that's the show. It's actually really good. You guys should check it out. But after watching that show and reading different things that he's posted about the Warrens, I am very surprised that he sold it to Matt Rife of all people.
Okay, it's just one of those things
Of
where,
all people.
well, okay, so he was always one of these people that, and like, did you guys ever follow that beef that they had with Zach Baggins? Where Zach Baggins gave him 60 grand to
Who
have.
doesn't have beef with
Oh,
him?
okay. So he gave him 60 grand to be part of the show. He's like, bring Annabelle on, and here's $60,000. So
Oh my
he
god,
shows
I'm being
up.
affected.
So he shows up, right? Tony Spiro shows up, and he's like, actually, Annabelle, I think that I better have her in first class, because So then he had Zach Baggins buy him like a first class ticket. So he's sitting there with Annabelle, and he's holding her with oven mitts, and
Hey, Annabelle, let me brush your hair a little
well,
bit.
he's holding her with oven. I can imagine him like having her like in
Is
a
he
little,
really like
little,
holding her on the plane, like just sitting her in his
just
lap, like, hey
yeah,
girl?
yeah, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's like, show me those yarn pubes. So he's sitting there with
It's
on the
so
plane, right?
irritating.
So so he's sitting there with this doll, right? And he shows
He's
up and he's holding her.
exposing her to everybody on the plane.
Well, I mean, here's the weird thing. So Zach, has footage of after the whole thing happens. He gave him his
I
check.
hate him.
He gave him his check, and then you see Tony Spira takes off his oven mitts that he was holding her with, like the whole time. He's like, be careful, Keith. That ass is hot, boy. And he brings her, so he's got these oven mitts on, right? So he takes them off, and then he puts Annabelle underneath his
What?
arm. So he puts Annabelle underneath his arm, I guess, as he's walking to get back on his plane. And Zach is like, all of a sudden, she's no longer that demonically possessed. And he has her like he has her under the arm, and he's like tangling with his shit. So I mean, obviously, Spirit was a guy who was, as if he's dead. He's a guy who maybe didn't 100% believe, and it was just a gimmick for him. So when somebody came along, it was like, dude, I would buy this museum from you. How much? I don't know if Tony Sparrow's going through,
I
drug
can't.
addiction.
I didn't look into that of how much it was, but it was Matt Rife and his partner Eric. Is it Eric Castle?
Wait, is he gay?
No, not
Whoa.
that kind of partner. Fuck. Matt Rife has a girlfriend, I'm pretty sure, but no,
It's
he's
the
another.
Hakuo girl, right? I thought he banged the Hakuo
No.
girl. Anyway,
He probably did.
who
There's a
hasn't?
lot of people that I was just gonna say. There's a lot of people that banged her.
Well, I mean,
Anyways,
she sold me Bitcoin.
Probably sold you a lot of things. Anyways,
bad in my face.
No. So I just I don't know how to feel about Matt Rife buying it.
Well, I mean,
I did my research, okay? I looked up the different investigations that he did. I actually watched them all the way through. So I watched probably 8 hours worth of Matt Rife investigations.
That's a lot of Matt Rife.
I really need to find a new hobby besides researching podcast shit.
Probably.
I have a new respect for him.
For who?
As an investigator. I really
Matt,
do.
right?
Yes, I do. So if you actually go and watch Decon, I know you did not watch the entire 2 hours.
No, I watched like 30 minutes of it.
Thank you. So if you actually watch if you actually watch the entire 2 hours, like I did, Matt Rife, you should give me a backstage pass to your show for watching 8 hours of your paranormal investigations. Anyway.
He does that in exchange for other things. Did you see those accusations? Anyway. The high school girls with the passes. Anyway. No, but I mean,
35 years old. I'm way past high school. But anyways, I have a new respect for him as an investigator. So here's why I respect him. He was pretty respectful towards the spirits. I mean, I'm kind of like our friend Sean. I like to call out people on shit. I like to be like, come at me, bro. But I mean, so my favorite one, I think he investigated the Allegheny. Oh my gosh, the Allegheny Institute. You guys know what I'm talking about. That mental institution. It's one of the most haunted places in America.
I don't recall that.
I sent you the YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I watched 30 minutes of it because paranormal shows and paranormal investigations have two of my favorite things in the world. Okay, wandering around aimlessly and disappointment.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop sending you shit then. God damn it. Anyways, but he was so good in that investigation. He was very thorough, and he actually wanted to have something happen.
Well,
and
yeah.
What are you drinking?
Oh,
you.
Vitamin.
She's not drinking anything.
She's drinking hippie juice. See?
Pepsi.
Yeah.
But no, I really do have a respect for him as an investigator. Do I think he can handle the Warren shit? No.
Well, he's starting. I mean, jeez.
No.
What are you drinking?
Who?
Me?
Her?
Oh, her.
Lemon drop martini.
Okay.
It's fine.
Anyway, all right. So I'm going back to A over here. All right. So
I was having snacks.
No, I wasn't going to ask you what you're eating or drinking. I was going to ask you. So have you
interrupting it though?
The what?
Interrupting it though.
That's fine.
Yeah, dick.
Oh, what? This is my show. Anyway, so
My show.
we're gonna need a new co-host, guys. If you guys know anybody, maybe somebody from Appalachia. Anyway, so
Okay, this man called me his partner, guys. Just thought I'd
yeah,
let
like
you know
Matt.
that.
Yeah, like Matt
Anyways,
Rife.
no, go
So
on. What were you saying?
no,
And
I was gonna ask you
Show announcements.
what?
huh?
Nothing. Go on.
I was gonna ask you what is the most uneasy, because I'm really focused on your southern
I know this
in
answer.
environment that starting to say. What's the most uncomfortable, or would you say unnerving, that you've ever felt, in that region?
I know this answer.
Probably right before my cousin and I ended up flipping his truck.
Oh, what happened there?
Um, didn't want to go inside of my house before I left, and something just didn't feel right. And I ended up stopping to visit my dad because my dad was actually visiting one of his friends. And so I had my cousin stop at his house because it was along the way. And my dad also felt weird that day too. He was like, something told me to tell you not to go, but I didn't want to tell you no because I wanted you to have fun. So we went on our merry way, and within the hour, we ended up flipping his truck 3 times and almost going over a cliff.
Oh, holy shit! So, damn, would you say that? I was gonna say, do you ever stop and think like, damn, I may have some kind of hidden sleeping abilities or get, because it's
She
interesting that,
does.
well, it's interesting that you say that, because also you said your father said the same thing, and a lot of those gifts are genetic, or what
Well,
I'm.
okay. So I told you this earlier. She has told me that she has seen spirits. I think if she were to open herself up more and do maybe some of the shit that I do, oh, I can't even imagine.
Don't know that I want to though.
Roll around. No, a lot of it you don't, and that's the thing is, so
I'll be
when
your
they
coach.
when they ask people things like, how do you feel about your abilities, and they're like, I just want to sleep, and they're like, what does that mean? And it's
That
just,
was me.
and there's people just laying there, and then they start seeing things or hearing people, like it's almost like a magnet, like they're like, I'm pretty sure this fucking person looked at me, and then they walk over and try to experiment. They're like, oh fuck, I think this fucking thing that just walked in the room is walking up to me. I think
Well,
they saw me looking at it.
the property that I grew up on actually has 1, 2, 3,
Isn't it 5?
4 to 5 different families living or buried
Yeah,
on the property.
yeah, it's the way to do it.
Well, and the things that we experienced when we worked at Abandon together.
That was creepy.
Like,
And that was
so
very.
A, I think with her, it's the lighthouse theory. So I
Hmm.
think things from the other side can feel that she can see them, but I don't feel that she fully acknowledges it quite yet.
It's just like when you go to the gas station at like 9 o'clock at night and you see those crackheads sitting out there. And it's like, if you don't make eye contact with them, they're not gonna walk over. And then you're always with that one chick that always like looks over, like, damn it. And then they like
Maybe
walk over,
you
like,
are.
it's like, hey man, hey, what's up, man? I just like, damn it.
Maybe that's you.
Like, damn it, why'd you look at them? And I think that it's the same thing with, like, in the paranormal, like, you're over there and you're like, damn, you're telling yourself, don't make eye contact, and they're like, I'm pretty sure that person looked at me, and they're like, hey man, my grandfather's
No,
buried here too.
no, I think we covered it on the episode that she was with me on when you had to take the night off. Was it the one that we saw in
I was on a mission.
Grove or Lily Ponds at Bandon?
Lily.
Was it Lily Ponds? Okay, take over, tell the story.
Who, me or her? I wasn't there.
Not you. You stay silent.
How dare you? We're looking for a new co-host, guys.
Are you
What?
really drinking Mad Dog 2020? Okay, I remember drinking that when I was like,
Oh,
okay, no cops take this into consideration. 15. I was 16 when I drank that last.
yeah, that's more accurate, not 12, but
Yeah. Anyways,
That's what-
um,
you shouldn't drink when you're underage.
I live in a very rural community. That's all there was to do. Sorry.
Yeah, there's yeah, the rural communities
Take
of
me to
Idaho.
prison. See how long I'll last.
You know what's cool is that when you go like into a region that's so small and you're able to just kind of like people watch,
Hiding.
you know, and you look at the locals and you're like, damn, let's make this gene pool better. Anyway, so
Who's they?
anyway, no, I'm kidding, guys. No, it's one of those
I'm
things
not.
where it's okay. So we're back to the Warren Museum. So the reason why I brought up
Okay, no, we were asking Amanda about one of her scariest paranormal experiences, and
we're
then we
good.
were going to go into the Warren museums.
But we went through that already.
yeah, we went through the whole thing, and then she felt uncomfortable. But okay, so one of the things in
Well-
the war,
You guys are talking over each other, and it's
I'm not. So okay, so in this Warren Museum, one of the cool things is that people just focus on Annabelle, and what else do they have in there? They focus on Annabelle. They focus
We
on
covered it in an episode. There was that one other doll that should be more famous than Annabelle, but I can't think of the name of it. It
one
was
of
the
the
one made of like chicken bones and
yeah.
different bird
It was
feathers.
it was a Kachina doll that they have.
Yes,
So
that's right.
so the reason why I was asking her this is because one of the items in this museum that gets no fucking press at all, and they have a skull from the Appalachian Trail, from a shallow grave that the person that found it, because actually if you go through that whole region you find shallow graves everywhere. So if you go into the forest, you know, enough, it's not uncommon for somebody to stumble upon a fucking skeleton, you know, just sitting out there, you know, and with yeah. So anyway, so yes, A, go ahead. Go ahead, A. See you raising your hand back there.
I think I'm gonna start doing that.
here's the thing, though. That is so true because my cousin actually now has the property, but right below where I grew up, there's rocks that come out of the mountainsides, which is very common back there. But that literal area is known as ghost rocks. And the story was told natives lived there. That was their grounds. Things happened. And over years past, when people migrated back onto the land, that was what was found underneath the bottom of the rocks at the bottom of the mountain was skeletons.
Yeah, very
So
shallow
all
grave.
that, they literally call that little spot ghost rocks.
Yeah. So the great thing about this
She's
skull
supposed to take me there.
was this is you want to know how they found the rock the skull. So the Warrens didn't find it. Somebody came in and donated it. The way they found it was they were camping and they can hear whispering, and they were very curious, and they realized that the closer that they were going to a certain direction, like in the direction of the whispers, and then finally they came upon where it almost sounded like the person was talking right in front of them. And then they go and they look around, and then they just see a damn skull just there on the ground. And then they were freaking out, and they contacted the law enforcement, and they're like, "No, they're everywhere. Like, this is like, if you look at it, this is very old." And he says, "If you go anywhere, you'll find them. They're all over the place." He says, "If you buy a
They're
farm,
like, we're sick of getting calls like this,
well,
so stop calling us.
They always have a voice, though.
yeah." So that's the thing, is that so this person said he put this damn skull like in a backpack of all things, put it in the backpack, and then he says that when he was making his way back, he says he swears that he can hear this thing just talking to him, and he started hearing it in his sleep. So finally, he goes to a college event, and he sees the Warrens were there, and he's like, I wonder you know if they would take this in. And Ed Warren's like, of course, he says the skull of the singing Indian, and he's like, no, it doesn't. It's but so and he was, and then I guess Ed told him something like, we're gonna make big bucks with this, if you tell us that. Yeah, he's like, no, I just found this not so long ago. So anyway, so he donated this skull. So people that go and they venture into this museum, this skull is actually on display, and they say that if you are quiet, very quiet, he says you can hear it calling you in, like whispering. And it's just, but yeah, everything has to be quiet, and that's just one of those things that come from that region. And people that they have the coolest title too. They call themselves what is it, paranormal detectives. People that are paranormal detectives.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a badge.
You should not get a
I'm gonna get a
badge for
I'm
that.
gonna get a I'm gonna get a shirt.
You do not qualify for that.
Get on the ground, paranormal detective.
What paranormal investigation have you been on recently?
Get on the
I'm
ground.
calling you. Exactly. And they
Sprinkling on the yarn pubes on this person. You're going to jail, bucko.
Okay, but
So,
okay, think about it though. We're getting back on the subject. I'm thinking about the subject as you're talking. Okay, Matt Rife,
I forgot about him.
as a paranormal investigator, despite all the investigations he has been on, I have found that he has been on quite a few. Granted, he's done a great job. But is he really equipped to deal with everything that the Warrens put in that museum? Now, I know a lot of our viewers are going to probably be calling me out saying the Warrens are fakes, the Warrens are imposters, whatever. I get that. Towards the end, they were. When they were getting more famous, they definitely were. I'm not going to deny that. But in the beginning, I'm going to give them credit. They were not. They were actually real. They actually wanted to do it for the right reasons.
For the love of the
But is
game, son.
Matt Rife ready for all the shit that's in their museum?
He might be.
I don't think he's ready.
You don't know. I mean, but like I said, the Warrens probably
I
weren't
don't
ready
think
either.
he's ready for that.
But okay, so the reason why I also brought up the skull was because there was also another item on display, which was a hoe. I'm not talking about a girl that had issues growing up, and then she doesn't. What?
I was going to say a name, but I won't say it on our YouTube channel.
Ashlyn
Go
might.
on, sorry, what?
Ashlyn might not know what you're talking about, but I do.
No, she knows what name I'm thinking of. I'm just not
No,
gonna say it out
no,
loud.
I was talking about
Of Ashlyn.
the farm tool, the
Yeah.
hoe. So okay, so here's the story behind it. Okay, the
Yes.
okay, so in this was like early 1800s. Okay, jeez, are you okay?
Yep.
Why are
I'm
you?
just doing sign language to A. You just go on. It's fine.
I don't think that.
You're
I don't think that's.
Just
I don't think
stop.
that's.
you're doing a great job. Just keep
She's just really weird.
Um. So All right. So this farmer, the story goes that this farmer, right, owned this property, and this property was cursed. Nothing would ever grow. And this guy, so back then, if you were a farmer, you made your own tools, right? And this man made this hoe, and he would you stop? So he made this hoe out of an old like cast iron um pot, this
But
cast
he did.
iron skillet that his grandfather gave him, and he fashioned it into a tool, thinking it was going to bring him luck. So then he's out there one day, and he's out there one day, right? And he's plowing this field with his hoe.
I think you
So
broke.
yeah, I don't know. So he's plowing this field, and then this old guy gets struck by lightning.
He plowed it with.
So what? Yeah. So this is the thing, right?
How big was the garden? Because that would take forever.
Well, this is the thing. He had a mule. Mule got sick and died. He borrowed his neighbor's ox. The ox steps on this property. Ox fucking dies. So he's like, how the hell? Yeah, fucking talk about bad luck. So this guy has to now plow this fucking field. And it's just this old. By the way, his family died of dysentery. So yeah, talk about geez, you're a sick person. Um, do you? I'm talking about these like horrible stories, and you're just laughing. Do you guys ever just like go through the obituaries and just laugh? Like after he bravely fought cancer, you guys just fucking laugh. Might as well be reading Archie comics. So
No comment.
he's plowing this field, right? With a fucking hoe. His family's dead. So people were saying that for some reason it's almost like the ground itself was cursed and just needed someone. And they believe that
Hmm.
it would call farmers out to this region, and their families and animals would die, almost like a type of sacrifice. Like just come out here, and they just had one person. So anyway, so this person's out there when they plowing by himself gets struck by lightning. And when the neighbors find him, they have to pry his hands off of this hoe, you know, because he just won't let it go. Yeah. Anyways, guys, it's a great episode. So thank you guys for joining us. Oh,
You broke her. Now I have to fix her again.
go ahead and fix her.
I'm sorry.
So anyway, so the neighbors are prying this guy's hands off of this farm tool, right? So he has his
Yeah.
tools, and he has such a firm grip on his tool that they have to pry it off. So finally, they get it off of him, right? And
Keep going.
it's moments like this where I wish I died as a kid. So, all right. So they take this. So finally, let's get past all that. They take this hoe, and the people that have this hoe, they say they immediately, the moment they grab him, it says they get a sense of obsession over not just his land. This person's like, I think I want to buy this property. They're like, nothing grows here. What are you doing? Like nothing grows here. And he's like, I think I want to. And this is how bad it got. The guy, and this is not just him. So he passes it on. He grabs this fucking hoe. I don't know why they didn't burn that damn thing. They didn't send her back. Send her back to Detroit. So he takes his
Can
hoe,
you
right?
stop?
And then it's a farm tool.
I'm
I mean,
trying to.
I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to call it. That's the damn name.
That's what
So
it's
Call
called.
it a break or something.
I'm just gonna call it a piocha. That's what it's called in Spanish. So he has this
Thank
piocha,
you.
and no matter who grabs it, they say that they immediately had this thought of like, I think I'm gonna sell my land and purchase the land because now it belongs to the state. And they're like, I think I want to sell. Just the obsession. So, anyways, then they realized somebody came along and they're like, this land is cursed, and this tool, this piocha, is cursed also. So they ended up, I guess, auctioning it off. Somehow, I don't know how it got into I don't know how it got to the Warren Museum, But one of the people that brought it, because this museum has over 100 items, each with its own backstory. If you guys want to waste an afternoon, just fucking go
Yeah.
ahead and start reading. So the
Yeah.
people,
Be lazy like me.
so people said, yeah. So the people said, if you're gonna grab this item, they say wear gloves because you're gonna become. And that's like another thing with Robert the Doll too, but that's a completely different story. It says that the moment you come in contact with thing, you become obsessed, and it's not obsessed
Hey,
over this. It's not obsessed over this tool. It's obsessed over that land. And I'm like, what the hell happened? So it's there.
I
It's a
don't know, Decon, stop for a second. I don't know if you remember this about Robert the doll, but ask permission before you talk about him before we all die.
no. Okay, first of all, me and Robert, I call him Bobby. We're in that we're in speaking terms that way. That's how close we are. I call him
Oh,
Bobby or Bob.
okay.
Like, hey, Bobby, pass me that hoe. So anyway,
I have nightmares tonight. I'm gonna kill you.
so all right. So this farm tool, right, has to be placed in a special place and tells people not to touch it because the moment that you touch it, it's almost like you get this rush of feelings and this rush of emotion that hits you, and it's almost like you're
Yeah.
taking in this old man's like obsession. It's a cursed item, and a legitimately cursed item, you know. And a lot of people are speculating that because he used it to try to till this very like cursed ground. That's what he was trying to do. So like all of that actually got pulled into this tool. And some people said that the reason why is because this land takes what you cherish the most. And in the end, this man had nothing left but this tool that he made from a gift that his grandfather had given him a long time ago. So, it's kind of
So, do you think that the land that the Warrens' home is on is cursed by all of the objects that are in the museum?
that's that's a hard one. Maybe you don't know. It's either cursed by the items in there or by the underage girl that Ed Warren got him pregnant. Um, so it's
Okay, but okay, so I get that some of the stories the Warrens had stated were probably made for fame, etc. Okay, I totally get that. But at the same time, some of the objects in that museum, sorry guys, some of the objects in that museum were legit. For example, the Annabelle doll, the other doll that you were mentioning before.
Will you put that thing away, please?
this is a different one. See,
Will you just put it
I
away?
don't care. It is still a haunted doll. Hey,
actually, it is a legitimate haunted doll.
Dolls are
hey,
not.
no, don't fuck with dolls. I'm getting cat hair all over me. But anyways, I just I don't even remember what I was saying. But I just don't think Matt Rife is equipped to handle all the shit in there.
Yeah,
I don't.
I think that a lot of the items in there, like I said, it's just I think that a lot of
Well,
those
and
items
he
are. Go
go
ahead.
on. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say a lot of those items that were. It's just like this story, the story of this hoe. Somebody, brought it, and then they said somebody brought it, and then they're like, "Hey, this has a backstory," and he's like, "We'll put it in the museum," you know. And it's just one of those things where I just don't even think. I think they were way over their heads. And do I think that
Okay,
a lot
but
of these
he.
items?
Sorry.
Well, okay, so okay, a couple of things. So Ed Warren was not equipped to actually, I don't even know what to call it, to encase a lot of the curses involved with these items because a lot of them
No,
he didn't have knowledge of what they were. Like
him and Maureen combined were equipped.
yeah, so and I don't know if the intention in the very beginning was I'm gonna make this museum and people will be safe from it, or if it was always a sideshow, like if people could come in because they were charging people to walk in and like touch the,
That's
you know,
what Matt Rife is gonna do, though.
hopefully, well, you don't know that. Hopefully he like talks to somebody
No,
that knows.
he has said that he wants to turn the Warrens' home and the museum into something that the public can go into
Could you
and
imagine?
experience for themselves, which I think is a bad idea. Because with the whole, if anybody watching this has looked into it, and I encourage you to look into it if you haven't, Annabelle's tour. Okay, every city that she has gone into, something has happened. Okay, Dan Rivera is no longer fucking alive after the tour that he just took her on. And she is back home, and now all of a sudden, nothing is happening anymore.
Nothing's happening. That's crazy.
Nothing is happening. There is something with this doll, and I don't think Matt Rife is equipped to handle her, in all honesty. But I've also seen a few psychics come out and say Annabelle has taken a liking to him.
Oh, could you imagine? I wonder how much money he paid them. No, it's one of those things. Well, I mean, okay, so let's say, okay, let's settle down.
No, I'm
Let's
gonna
say,
fight you on this.
let's say you lose. Let's say that, let's say that the doll was like, I've taken a liking to Matt. Ooh, take it easy. Take a liking to Matt Rife. It's like, for what reasons? Could you imagine if this doll just let's say that this doll is actually, supernatural. Could you imagine if this doll just is like, I found another idiot to kind of help me? You know what I mean? And it likes Matt Rife because it's kind of like, I can see what's in your mind, and your jokes are stupid, and so are you.
Hand raising.
The what?
Hey,
Yeah. Go ahead,
no,
Oracle.
listen.
Go ahead, Oracle in the back.
Annabelle is Annabelle. A is gonna agree with me on this. Annabelle is obviously, whether she's an actual like human spirit or not, obviously female. Okay. Annabelle has proven she does not like males. That has been proven. Okay. What if she's like the average female and is like, oh, Matt's funny. He kind of has a dark sense of humor. Let's take advantage.
I don't know about the dark sense of humor. He apologized over a Mexican joke that no one cares about because if he was going to be canceled. No, it's one of those things where if Annabelle is like a girl, she just
She
needs
is.
she just needs somebody to put her in her place. Be like, look here, woman, you cut these shenanigans
Mm-mm.
out. You just need but you need a
Why
very
No,
you
no.
go try
You
that?
have Annabelle all wrong.
the what
Go try that.
with Annabelle.
Annabelle is
I,
the dominant, and whatever male she comes into contact with is her submissive.
well,
I am
well,
sorry, but she is
Dolls are terrifying.
dominant as fuck.
okay. This is the argument I'm going to make against that. Look at the type of males
She
that
is
she
going to
surrounds.
destroy you.
No, not me. But look at the type of
Yes,
males that
she will.
she surrounds herself with. Matt Wright, Tony Spira. Hey everybody. Like, yeah, of course she. That's,
A little nasal voice.
yeah, oh, hey everybody, I'm Tony Spira. One time I confused Annabelle's legs with my hot pocket. So no, it's just one of those things where it just Annabelle just needs a man, like an actual man, to be like, all right, woman, I've been working all day. You need to settle your doll ass down.
You try that.
Well, I will. Next time you guys see Annabelle, they'll be like, "What's Annabelle? When does she get an apron?" She's wearing an apron, and there's like,
Decon got a hold of her, guys.
what, what's that smell? Oh, she's got a pie in the oven. You know, and then just like little
Just cut
19.
your throat and
Is this your
No,
fantasy?
the what?
Are we like diving into Decon's deepest, darkest fantasies right now?
No, this is Annabelle's
You
fantasy.
guys, we're diving deep right now.
No, this is Annabelle's fantasy. She's like, all I ever wanted was to be a 1950s housewife. and I'll be like, "You're used to."
Once is a full-size
I'll be
doll.
like, "You're used to choking, man. Now it's your turn to find out what it feels like." Anyway, so no, it's one of those things where I think that this is a really good thing for
No, it's not.
you know. Well, okay, this is okay. Let me. This is a really good thing for the museum because he's bringing in an audience, a new audience, and it's not beneficial towards anybody but the item
No.
the items in that museum. It's not just Annabelle, but I mean the items in that museum. New audience, new idiots coming in, because look at Matt. Look, and I'm not insulting anybody out there. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna say this,
I'm gonna get
but but the Matt Rife audience is he does comedy for dumb people. So it's like
oh no.
imagine his fans coming in and be like, Matt Rife has a museum, and I'm gonna go check it out.
No.
And then this is why Annabelle loves Matt Rife. Like, look what he's bringing me. Does that make sense at all?
Mm-hmm.
That
It
makes
is such a bad idea.
It
well,
is yeah.
it is a bad
It is
idea,
a
but who is
horrible.
it benefiting? Annabelle, right? Annabelle's gonna benefit from all this.
Exactly.
Like
All
with dolls. You just don't with dolls.
maybe
We're
you
so
don't.
fucked. We're so fucked beyond all levels.
Why are you guys going? I actually want to go.
No,
I'm
because all of these stupid people are gonna go and be like, "Oh, I've seen the Conjuring series. I'm gonna go see Annabelle."
yeah.
No.
I'm
And
not
so what they're gonna do is they're gonna open themselves up to this fucking doll that is literally building up a freaking army right now. Okay, I. Mm,
just
I
just
just cannot. I cannot stress this enough. Having multiple people be just willing and able to go see this doll, all these weak spiritual people,
yeah.
is a horrible idea. It is asking for trouble.
Yep.
I respect Matt Rife when it comes to his comedy. I think he is a great comedian. But him wanting to open up this museum to the public is a horrible idea.
We're gonna we're gonna get people in the museum that are just gonna sell their homes and go back to Alabama. Well, not even go back, go to Alabama and try to make something on this farm work. We're gonna get people with this Kachina doll, you know.
Not even that, though.
Well, I mean, but like I said, there's a lot of items in this museum that I'm pretty sure are a lot worse than Annabelle. You know,
Well, yeah, and people are going to get, mm, I don't want to say possessed. That's not the right word at
they
all.
could be.
Influenced. Even if they don't even know it, even if they don't see it, they could be, if they are spiritually weak, they could be influenced by the things that are in this museum. And we are just, the Warrens said, do not move this doll. Do not take this doll out of the box for a reason. They have said, do not touch anything in this museum for a reason. That wasn't just for shits and giggles.
And Tony Spears is like, for $1,500, I can take this
No,
doll
I
out of the
didn't
cage.
touch it.
Go ahead, you can wrestle it. Give it to Stone Cold Stunner.
Stupid.
So no,
I don't like Ed Warren, but Lorraine, I have the highest respect for her, and just
she can get a Stone
yeah,
Cold Stunner too. No, so
I'm
it's
gonna
just,
punch you in the face.
why are you so violent today? It's just insane.
I
Like, I don't
have a lot
understand.
of reasons to be violent. You know the reasons.
Well, like, yeah,
I
but
have
why?
many reasons to be violent.
But out of everybody in this, why me? Like, I'm the person that
Because
you don't want to hit.
I know you're not gonna hit me back.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Like, why would you want to? I'm gentle, like a stillborn lamb. Anyway, so no, I think that it's great for the museum. I think it's great for the
No, it's
publicity.
not.
not.
Go ahead, A. You can raise your hand.
It's
Go ahead, A.
It's not good.
Mm-mm.
At all?
No.
For anyone?
No.
What if Matt Rife is like a villain and he's like, once I unleash, Annabelle onto the world and all these items, and I get all these dummies to come into my museum. Like, you don't know. That could be his plan.
2030, here we come.
Yeah, and he's like, comedy didn't work out for this museum will. You know what I mean?
Dolls like
Gross.
not be let out into the wild. They're put away for a reason.
Yeah, and
Thank
you know what?
you.
That's it. I would have had this great. We got to close up the show pretty soon, but I would have had this great
Oh
respect
yeah, we do.
for the museum if it was like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where all these items get put in there and then locked away, and no one will ever see them. But then to like take in all these items and then display them, there's one of the most dangerous items in that museum. I'm gonna say it. One of the most dangerous items in that museum is a book of shadows, which Ed
I want
Warren,
that book.
has actually opened up, and he's like, "This is the book of shadows." And you look at, and if you look at it, it has the darkest spells that you can ever, and they're simple, and there's everything.
I want it so bad. I want a copy.
Well, so it's just dark shit, dark curses, all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Everything from blood magic to sex magic. It's just dark shit that's in that book.
Jesus, what?
So,
do you still want it?
Yeah.
It's the Book of Shadows. So anyway,
Sorry, you guys, I'm a dark, demented person.
So he was explaining in one interview. Tony Spears actually, I remember this. This was like 1993, I believe it is. And Tony Spears actually like recording him with a camcorder, and he's like, "What is this? This is the Book of Shadows." He says, and he opens it, and he's like flipping through the pages, showing the camera, and he's like,
Are you sure it was 93?
Yes, there's 3 videos. One of them was in
I
the
want to say it
80s.
was earlier.
So one of them was in the 80s. That was filmed with a camcorder where he does not open the book. In 1993, he actually opens the book and flips the pages, and it's also a handheld camcorder, and you get to see it because he's actually now zooming into the book. So,
why am I thinking 95?
You're thinking 95 probably because that in around 95 to 1997, that museum got a lot of fame because there was a flood that happened, and he had to take all these items out and put them into storage.
Oh,
so people are like, "What?"
Right.
They're like, "What's all this shit?" And he's like, "Oh, those are just his cursed
and that's
items."
one of the main items they were worried about.
Yeah, the book,
Okay.
all these a
Got
whole
it.
bunch of shit. So now, like, that's why is it so dangerous to me? Because anyone can look at that book, take a picture with it. I don't know if he says no pictures with your phone. Anybody can go through that book, take pictures, and now you yourself can make your own Annabelle dolls and make your own like cursed hose and all that kind
I
of
don't
stuff.
think you want to do that.
Well, people are dumb out there.
Would you want a cursed hoe? Like, there's nothing bad about a hoe.
Well, I mean,
No.
I use hose all the time.
My grandmother used one in her garden all the time.
It's a great tool. I mean, it does everything.
Really is a great tool.
Hoes are great, you guys. They do great things. They do everything for you, and
Do you even know
you
what
don't
one
even
looks
have
like?
to spend that much.
She's probably never even seen one.
I'm about to send you a picture of a hoe, and it'd be like Nicki Minaj. Anyway,
King Christ, please.
No, it's a great tool. Some people used to attach weights to the bottom of the hose so that you can get in deeper.
Such a great tool.
But it is a great tool. It also works up your body strength when you're using it. Anyway, so what are you gonna show the hoe?
No, I had to sneeze.
You could use a hoe in your garden, Ashlyn.
I could use a hoe.
Your hoe would be your favorite tool. You become a cursed item, just like that old man and his hoe. Anyway, because you'd love. I promise you, once you get one, and with your gardening and all that shit, you'll be like, "How the hell did I live my life?
I live without a hoe?"
Yeah. No, I'm serious.
They help for walking too, if you have to walk long distances.
Yeah, you have to like walk along the beach or something. A hoe will work wonders.
Now, if you were walking down the beach holding just a hoe, that might be suspicious.
Yeah, just walking around with a hoe, and she's like, "I've
Especially
never
in
been here before."
Tuesday or
That would be creepy and suspicious and cause for putting your
arresting Coos
For,
Bay,
for
Oregon.
yeah,
why
for concern. They're like, "Why are you walking around with Amanda Bynes?" Anyway, all right, guys, we got a
Or Kim Kardashian. I'm sorry, what?
Kim Kardashian. Like, sorry, ma'am, that diaper's full. Anyway,
Did I say that out loud? I really didn't mean to.
we all
I
did. We don't
sneezed.
care. Throw her in a museum. She's a
Yeah.
haunted item.
Sorry.
Okay. I suspect that's not a real sneeze. Okay, guys.
It
We're gonna have to.
was. I
It was
have
so
allergies.
real. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. There's a lot. Don't let me start or we'll be here all night.
How much time do you have? The guy with so many problems, he couldn't write them all down. All right, so we got to close out the show, guys. I think we talked about like the museum for like 5 minutes, and then we went off about hose.
That's your fault.
It's
I-
fine.
we should be sponsored by like Home Depot and all these places. You know?
Low.
Advertising, yeah, Lowe's.
No.
Advertising hose. Get yourself a Mexican while you're there. Anyway,
Ace
right.
Hardware, hit us up.
yeah, watch the show, like and subscribe. All right, guys, we got to close up the show. So, so this was actually a really fun episode. So thank you guys for joining us today. You guys be sure to check out. Is it called Groceries and Ghosts or Ghosts and Groceries for Sean Burris? Groceries and Ghosts with Sean Burris. You guys can go check him
You
out.
should
Channel.
know. Are you
I-
fucking kidding?
I don't know.
He's gonna be on with us again for Shadow Nation's podcast. Stay tuned.
And then one day, me and him are sharing a bed. Anyway, so
Oh.
yeah,
Huh?
we'll be sitting there. We'll each hold hose. Anyway, so yeah, so go check out Shadow Nation. Like and subscribe. He's got a lot of great projects coming on. Go ahead and check out Loot by Lottie. If you guys get your first purchase, you guys can type in Lucky Loot, and you guys will get 10% off. 10% off your first item. You guys check out the Silver Witch. You guys can check out her spell bags now on eBay. They're like $5 a bag. So just type in Silver Witch at eBay, and you guys can tell her we sent you. Also, Tacticon Armament pretty soon. I'm still working out those deals, guys. TacticonArmament.com. Get all your tactical needs, anything from sights to medical bags to go bags, even a little kid backpacks that actually have plate carriers in them. So,
What?
yeah, TacticonArmament.com. What else? Oh, also TeePublic. I do art. You guys can go check out all my stuff, anything from mugs to shirts. We have shorts now, guys. So if you guys want a pair of shorts, I see my accent kicking in, my pair of shorts with a picture on it, whatever it is, just go ahead and order it from there. The mugs, I will actually say, look excellent. The way that they translate actually onto the mug is actually really good. So are you okay? What the hell's wrong with you?
Egged.
I'm
So
good.
What?
I'm fine. Just go.
she
So,
wants
yeah,
to hurry.
Watching Matt Rife. So go ahead and check out those items. Get a. We have hats also, so go ahead and check that out. Wintertime is coming. If you want your dad to know that you love him, get him a hoodie. And if you don't like him, if he was bad to you through your childhood, and you have like a lot of, because the old saying is, no one could ever hurt you like a father can. Get him a nightmare. What?
Nothing.
Get him a shirt, and that's all we have for you guys. Thank you, A, for joining us today, and whatever the fuck this was, this dumpster fire, and it was fun, wasn't it? Did you have fun?
So happy to be a part of it. Yeah.
Laugh. There you go. So, anyways, thank you for
She
joining us.
loves me. She'll do anything for me.
All right, kid, get dangerous. And remember, guys, to always look both ways, especially if you find yourselves on Nightmare Road.
Okay, bye.